My fellow members of the Sanhedrin, welcome to my home. I, Caiaphas, know the hour is late, but we have an important decision which requires our immediate attention. We have worked hard to live at peace with Rome, but now there is one who threatens to destroy our peace, who threatens to destroy our livelihood, who threatens to destroy our safety and our security, who will destroy all we have worked hard to build. Whenever threats like this have happened in the past, we have acted swiftly. I ask you now, brothers, to again make a timely decision. This man, this Jesus of Nazareth, is the one who terrorizes the fabric of our society. Everywhere he goes, he stirs up the crowds with his teaching, his healing, his supposed miracles. Some claim he even brought a man back from the dead. He is a street performer, yet people adore him. Rome is starting to hear about it, and they count on us to keep control of the people. They have been tolerant about it up to this point, but if we don't act, there is going to be a riot. People look to us, their chief priests. We are practical and logical. We believe in the law of Moses and in Levitical purity. We have the Torah memorized by heart. We believe in working together with Rome to maintain peace over Israel. Because of this, our people look to us to interpret the law, to maintain our traditions and our way of life. I was appointed by Pilate's predecessor, Valerius Gratus. These are Roman leaders who have respected our way of worship, who have respected me. As the ruling high priest, it is my job to justify our actions before God. I cannot hold true to the teachings of the Torah and let this man spread his sacrilege. This is precisely why we must act. Maybe you think I'm saying things out of fear or selfishness. My brothers, I tell you, I have been saying this for years. Jesus is a nuisance. I am afraid of what will happen if he is allowed to continue to speak lies. I am afraid of Roman soldiers destroying our homes, our families, our temple. The Israel we love will be no longer. If it is considered selfish that I want to protect my wife, my children, my family, then I cry guilty. But who doesn't want to protect their family as well? He does not honor our traditions. He breaks our rules. His friends are the worst of sinners, yet somehow he makes us look bad. Are you willing to lose the food on your table, your home, your status within the community itself, because of this man? It is better to kill this troublemaker than to have Rome swoop in and kill us all. We have the testimony of 2 witnesses about Jesus' desecration. What more do we need? Do you want to hear from the man himself? To you, Jesus, I charge you, under oath of the living God, tell us if you are the Christ, the Son of God. Did you hear that? He is the Son of God, he says. That's blasphemy. Jesus is worthy of death. On its surface, Caiaphas' argument has validity. He believes what he says, and his argument may make sense to us too. But there are some definite flaws in his decision-making process. Let's look at what's wrong with his argument. Caiaphas was supposed to be in charge, and this was supposed to take place at the temple. That's where the trials were. But instead, this was at Caiaphas' house in the middle of the night because they were trying to get things done quickly instead of getting things done correctly. They needed the word of 2 witnesses against Jesus, but there were none. So they had to accept the word of those who lied and twisted Jesus' words. Caiaphas was appointed by Rome to be the high priest, which shows there's political intervention in the religious process. Caiaphas served in this role for 18 years, which was longer than most. This shows us that he was willing to keep this position by keeping Rome happy and not focusing on the things that were best for his people spiritually. The trial was fixed before it had even begun. The religious leaders had already made their decision to kill Jesus before this sham of a trial. The Sanhedrin consisted of 71 religious leaders who were to show their justice in rulings. Instead, they allowed injustice to rule at Jesus' trial, even by making lies up about him. They refused to accept the words of Jesus might be true. They ignored all the evidence before them. When we walk through Passion Week, we meet different characters who show us flaws we can identify with, that show different responses to God. These people can help us identify things within ourselves and help us see what we can learn from them. Caiaphas represents those who will not believe in Jesus because they think it will cost too much for them. If I follow Jesus, I won't be able to go to the bars anymore. If I follow Jesus, I'll have to give all my money away to the poor. If I follow Jesus, my friends aren't going to like me. If I follow Jesus, I'm going to have to be at church all the time. Those people who believe following Jesus will cost them too much are missing out on so much. What Jesus asks us to get rid of are the things that weigh us down and hold us back from the people God wants us to be, from the people we're made to be. And in the end, the cost we pay now for following him will be repaid 1,000 times over when Jesus returns.